Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Happy Bringling. Namaste and welcome to Bringle Talks. Today we are talking about men of legacy. And today's episode is very close to my heart because I am joined by someone who has been by my side since 2017, through thick and thin. But she's not a man, but she's a man in her own ways. And I will talk about that in many more ways out there. She is not just a co founder, but a pillar of support to me, a trusted friend, and one of the strongest human beings I know. She has 30 years of IT corporate experience, is actively working with Rotary, the Gujarat Chamber of Commerce, Gujarat government, and even the military to create a social impact through SKCKJ Centres. And that's what make her journey truly inspiring. She was diagnosed with cerebral palsy at the age of just 6, with half of her body paralyzed. Many men, including me, would have probably lost every hope at that point in time. Yet today, she stands as a leader, a change maker, and someone who gives me the strength every single day. So, brothers, let's meet my dear co founder, Sharmila Divatia here. Sharmila, thank you so much and welcome to Bringle Talks.
a, a very happy morning, afternoon, evening, however way and wherever you are. And it's a
So,
pleasure to be here.
so
Thank you
Sharmila,
for this effort.
my pleasure, Sharmila. And I think, so let me first of all thank you for being here. You've been with me since 2017 through my highs and lows. What made you believe in this vision and stay committed all these years? Because your presence and trust have given me strength every single day. Do you realize that you have had on me personally and on this Men of Legacy as a movement?
Uh, Believing a vision that is not so far away from your own, knowing the person who is looking to you to help get this done are something that made me step up and stand by you. So I don't think that it was such a big effort, but yes, consistency is the key to success. So I don't believe that the core of a person changes. So once you believe, it's either there or not there. I have never felt that you would not stand up to what you say. So I'm there. And that's it.
Wonderful, Sharmila. And I think that is something every human being, irrespective of a man or a woman, should be doing that. So tell me something about your personal journey. Can you, from being diagnosed with cerebral palsy at 6 to building a 30-year career in IT and now working towards the social impact in a much larger way with this billion-dollar dream, and how your parents, especially father, because we're talking about a men of legacy here, had worked hard to transform your life. What lessons of resilience and legacy did you learn from them?
Uh, I'll give you two instances. Uh, I was in coma for a month, and that was like half of June and half of July of 1970.
Mhm.
So when I came out of it, I was not in any shape to talk, to walk, to see. So it took 18 years of effort to get me to talk, on a simple phone, you know.
Oh,
I won't pick up the phone. Now, my exercise at that point in time was cycling to get my legs up and running. So I used to cycle and I would fall. And one day my dad said that, look, life is going to hurt you more than just this fall. Get up, brush the dust off your back, and get back on the seat and start again. That gave me focus. That gave me hope to drive forward. I think I will look back and thought, "Hi, ये क्या हो गया?" It's never been that. The second one was when I went back to school. So a year later, in 1971, and my principal at that time, uh, Father D'Souza, he is no more, but I hope he is listening up there. He took the initiative to call the teachers and sensitize them. And the teachers in turn sensitized the classes that they held. So the entire school was sensitized to my coming in June 1971. I never faced a problem in mingling with the entire school. I cannot even think what the situation is today in this day and age when we have all the resources with us. But that sensitization never happens in schools until something is very personal and people come and talk about it. But 55 years ago, this happened.
so
So
basically, there
I'm
are
the,
two strong men
these
who
are two strong people who shape my future. But go forward, don't look back, go forward, and sensitizing the entire ecosystem of the education within my uh, lot. So, uh, at the age of 6 and 7, I was given this thought that okay, things will happen.
And how about your brothers? You know, being a sister of two brothers,
Uh,
how do you
well,
think that
I
that
will,
has shaped up your life?
I will tell you, I was in a predominantly boys' school.
Okay.
My brother was one class behind me, so we were together for the entire time that I was in school. I guess my friends in class and my brother and his classmates and down below. I mean, today also I am in touch with almost all of them, whether here in the city or beyond the borders. One of them are there with me. Uh, the one thing that they taught me was self-defense. As a child, I was taught self-defense by these boys.
Wonderful.
What to hit, where to hit, who to hit. And I was a part of a hockey team. So when I played hockey, no one spared me from being hit. So I grew up to be a very sturdy person. You hit back. You don't have to think, well, oh, I was hit and I'm crying and I'm sorry. That doesn't work there. So that attitude of putting your best forward in every situation was taught in school. So, and they were all male, an all male team, I would say. So
Lovely.
I've learned to be self-reliant because I got that support from my male friends.
So I think men can really play a larger role in everyone. And of course, women have their own strengths. And we'll talk more about that on our Thursday's Bringle Talks of Women on Purpose from the women's perspective. But today I want to talk about more about men. Shamila, many men in their 30s and 40s. And my midlife crisis started at 33 when I lost my high paying job. And but I see many men in their 30s, 40s, even 50s today feel crushed under the burden of being providers. They've been given a tag of being a provider and a protector by this, whatever you call this, as a male dominated society. Or they're always considered to be providing and protecting the women or the other children and the even the family around, and they feel exhausted. They sometimes feel so exhausted becoming a savior that they have literally no time for themselves or their families even. From your perspective, what message you would like to give them? And do you feel legacy is only about money, or is it something deeper about presence, love, and purpose?
Okay, I don't look at it from a gender point of view. I am single. I am a provider, and it is never bothered me that my the brothers share the load with taking care of my parents or not. They do, but they are not here physically. I am here with them, and I take care of it physically. They take care of it monetarily, but it has never crossed our minds, all three of us, siblings. And now even my sister-in-law, all four of us, two women and two men, we are taking care of people who are not in good health all the time. So it's okay. It's never held that I don't have a barrier, gender barrier. As
Yeah,
to,
see,
as to provider, yes, I think most men feel the burden. So I would give a suggestion that let the women folk take the burden from you, at least a part of the burden from you. Don't don't put in 100%. Put in 60%. Let the woman contribute to that burden as well. Why are you taking the weight of the world on your shoulders alone when you have a partner with you?
wonderful. And I think that is something very, very important, which I have also learned over a period of time. Sometimes we as a men, automatically takes the role of a savior. We takes the role of a provider and protector. And of course, while the society expects us to provide and protect, and that is how we have been brought up, especially in the Indian societies, that women are supposed to take care of the home, husbands are supposed to take care of the earning, running around. While there is no difference, to be frank, uh, but that's a very important point that you mentioned about it on that. So let's take it up to the The next question of mine. See, you are now leading projects with Rotary, Gujarat Chamber of Commerce, and even collaborating with military. Can you tell us something about SKCKJ centers you are opening in Vadodara and how they will transform lives? How do you see men of legacy supporting such initiatives in the future with you?
I have, as far as Rotary is concerned, the commitment level of service ourselves is a given. Now, whether it's a man or a woman, or at some point in time, maybe a transgender, it will never matter that the commitment is there or not. It is always there. You also know how much effort goes into getting a project up and running and then serving the beneficiaries. Uh, how, how will a center for the Sone or Jagao center, how will that work? Well, I'm looking at it from this angle. Skill development, healthcare, and environment. These are the three areas where Rotary also works, where Vardhan and Sone also look at provisioning for the people who need it, beneficiaries. We work together along with government, along with uh, the local and the central government, because I am working with both. Today, it is both. And of course, men of legacy. Well, Baroda has a very big legacy as far as education is concerned, as far as healthcare is concerned. And yes, the build-up of the environment is happening. But I have certain organizations which work with disability as well, and they are ready to put forward a lot of their resources in such centers. Organizations that are government run and organizations that are privately run as trusts. So both are there. There is one gentleman whom I would want to be a part of the Men of Legacy.
Mhm.
He had been my neighbor earlier, and now he is a wheelchair user who runs a blind school.
Mhm.
And I was invited as a part of that entire proceedings 2 months ago, where uh, I have seen that gentleman work up from being just uh, how would I put it, thinking of himself as a disabled person and now helping people to rise above their station. Uh, I would put him as a man of legacy who is leaving behind a wonderful legacy to the
I would,
same way.
I would love to interview him sometime on that.
Yes,
So do
yes,
introduce me on that
absolutely,
person. And
absolutely.
thank you for sharing that, because men of legacy is just not about making money. It's about
It
creating
is not. It is
legacy
not.
which outlives you. because money will remain here only, but nothing will be there, beyond a certain thing. But what you can give it back to the society, how you can transform not just your life but millions of billions of lives, at least. And that is what I think which we are looking at. So tell me, Sharmila, I think looking back at your journey, what are you most proud of today? What would you tell men and women listening today about building a life of purpose, not just survival? And how can we at Men of Legacy walk alongside women like you to create a better future?
I I don't know what message I can give, except that one, we don't have anything but ourselves to be a torch. If you have to light yourself up, fine, do it. I don't know how I can help people in so many ways, except that I put in that effort. And there is a poem by Rabindranath Tagore. You you walk alone, and if you have to walk alone, you do it. Ekla chalo. And that's how I'm doing it in the city. But I know that I have support. I have support from Anshan Jain. I have support from Rotary as an institution. I have support from a lot of my friends. But I have to walk the path alone. You can't expect that somebody else will carry you.
Absolutely. And I think, Sharmila, thank you first of all for sharing your story and for being such an integral part of my journey as well. Brothers, I want you to remember this: legacy is not built alone. It takes trust, support, and resilience.
Absolutely. So
If
that trust support is there, but you have to walk the path alone. That
Absolutely.
is the only thing that you can do.
Very nice. And I think we will take up this discussion in the Women on Purpose on Thursday as well. And we will talk about, we'll bring up the another side of the story, from men
Sure.
to women. And we'll understand on the next Thursday. I think the date would be, that will be 18th of August, 18th of September
Okay.
2025 at 4 p.m. So do subscribe to the Bringle Talks YouTube channel so that you don't miss that session as well. And then you can combine and understand the different perspectives. Just remember, if Sharmila can rise from the challenges she faced and still dedicate her life to impact, then we as Men of Legacy have no excuse to hide behind fatigue and or fear. Download your free ebook From Job Loss to Billion Dollar Dream. There is a bit.ly link available in the description and the comment section. Subscribe to the Bringle Talks for weekly or the daily content. Weekly content every Sunday on Men of Legacy and daily content of different themes. And subscribe to the channel Bringle Talks. Brothers, it's time not just to provide, but to be present. Not just to survive, but to build legacy. Jai Hind. जगाओ जगाओ हर घर तिरंगे के साथ हर घर सोने की चिड़िया को जगाओ. Let's awaken the golden bird hidden inside each of you. Keep bringing, keep growing.
Thank you.